Hello and welcome to today's training. As you can see from the title already, today we're going to talk about the hard truth. You will never reach your dreams waiting for someday. And this is what you have to do. Part of today's training will be to talk about the outline, the big dreams we all chase, the someday trap, why time doesn't deliver, mastering the first level, action in the present moment, the core driver, your subconscious identity and the servo mechanism, the secret to unlocking it all, change your identity first. A review and an action steps for you to follow in the next days and weeks to implement what you learned. Let's jump straight into the training. Imagine this. You're cruising down a sun-drenched coastal highway in a sleek sports car. The wind is whipping through your hair with no deadlines looming or bills piling up. You and your family are lounging in a beautiful beachfront villa, sipping a cocktail as the ocean waves crash nearby. Knowing your bank account is overflowing and vacations are available whenever you want. These aren't just fantasies. They're the big dreams we all chase. Financial freedom, time and family. The kind of life where money worries vanish and you can jet off on holidays as many times a year as you want without a second thought. It's the ultimate aspiration, the one that lights a fire in our souls and makes us think, that's going to be me someday. These dreams feel so universal because they tap into our deepest desires for security, joy, and abundance. Whether you're scrolling through Instagram, seeing influencers living it up in luxury yachts, or flipping through magazines with celebrity mansions, it's hard not to get hooked. Studies show that over 70% of people worldwide aspire to financial independence, with visions of wealth as a top life goal. It's not just about the stuff, it's about the freedom. No more scraping by, paycheck to paycheck. No more denying yourself the dream trip because the budget says no. Who hasn't daydreamed about quitting the 9-to-5 grind to travel the world or pursue a passion without financial chains? Think back to your teenage years. That magical time when dreams felt limitless. As a teen, you'd lie in bed or chat with friends spinning tales of the future. One day, I have a mansion with a pool, drive a Lamborghini, and vacation in exotic spots like Bali or the Maldives every season. It seemed inevitable, like the universe owed it to you. Remember those posters on your wall of supercars or dream homes? Or the notebooks filled with sketches of your future life? Back then, someday was a promise, not a question. Psychological research on adolescent optimism shows that teens often exhibit unrealistic optimism, believing positive outcomes like wealth and success are highly likely, driven by a developing brain full of hope and minimal real-world setbacks. Try to think back. What was your big dream at 18? Was it owning a fleet of luxury cars, building a family empire in a massive estate, or globetrotting without a care? Pause the video right now and think about it. Take a note for yourself and even share it in the comments if you want to. We would love to hear them. These dreams aren't silly. They're powerful motivators. They stem from a core human drive for growth and fulfillment, as evolutionary psychology suggests we're wired to seek status and resources for survival and thriving. And you are for sure not alone with these big dreams. But what makes these dreams so thrilling? It's the escape they promise from the daily grind of budgeting for groceries, stressing over rent, or skipping that weekend getaway because funds are low. Imagine waking up in your ocean view bedroom, planning your next adventure to Europe or Asia, with passive income rolling in from smart investments. No more, I can't afford it, just pure possibility. This allure is backed by happiness research. People who envision abundant futures report higher motivation, as the brain releases dopamine from anticipatory pleasure. It's why lottery tickets sell billions. Everyone craves that ticket to the big life. These ambitions are amplified by culture too. Movies, social media, and ads bombard us with images of the good life. Celebrity in private jets, influencers in designer outfits posing by infinity pools. It's no wonder these ideals become our North Star, associating luxury with happiness and success. Society shapes them into a collective vision, where wealth isn't just possession, it's validation, a marker of having made it in a world that equates material abundance with personal worth. On an emotional level, these dreams serve as a powerful escape mechanism from everyday constraints. They offer a mental refuge where choices flow from desire, not necessity, where you can pursue passions, nurture relationships, or simply relax without the shadow of limitation. This pull represents more than greed. It's a yearn for a life unbound, where potential unfolds freely, unhindered by the weight of what-ifs or not-enoughs. Yet, beneath the excitement lies an illusion. We romanticize these dreams without connecting them to reality. It's easy to fantasize about the mansion or the yacht, but harder to see the path. This chapter sets the stage by celebrating these visions, because they're worth chasing. But we'll soon uncover why so many stay dreams. If you're nodding along, feeling the spark, hold on to it. Your big dreams are valid. The key is understanding what bridges the gap from wish to reality. Fast forward a decade from those teenage dreams of mansions, sports cars, and endless vacations. You're older now, maybe you're in your 20s or 30s, and you wake up one morning with a realization. Those big dreams are still just that, dreams. The vision of financial freedom, luxury homes, and a life without money worries hasn't budged an inch closer. You're still grinding in a job that feels like a treadmill, still budgeting every dime, still promising yourself that someday you will break free. It's a gut punch to realize time didn't magically deliver the life you imagined. Here's where the trap lies. We assume time alone brings us closer to our goals, as if the calendar flipping forward guarantees progress. As teenagers, we thought by 30 I'll have it all figured out. But years pass and the gap between your reality and your dreams only widens. The illusion is that someday is a destination you will arrive at without effort, like a train pulling into a station. In truth, time is neutral. It flows whether you act or not, leaving you stuck if you don't steer the ship. This disconnect stems from a flawed belief. We think we'll just wake up one day as a completely different person, disciplined, rich, confident, living the dream. You picture yourself transformed, effortlessly making bold moves, crushing it in business, hitting the gym daily, all without questioning how you got there. It's like the teenage version of you that always thought one day you will wake up and be an adult, and all of a sudden you will know how life works and be totally different. This fantasy ignores the reality that transformation doesn't happen passively. It requires deliberate steps you're not taking. Once you're 20 and 30, you realize that it's still you, not some magically complete different version of you. Yes, you are different, but you can pinpoint what made you change. And that is the reason why some people are still not matured at 50. Time alone does not bring you closer to your goals. The hard truth is that dreams don't materialize just because you want them. 80% of people feel unfulfilled in their careers, often clinging to the same aspirations they had decades earlier, with no clear path to achieving them. The problem isn't the dream. It's the assumption that time will bridge the gap. You're waiting for a magic moment when you suddenly just be that upgraded self. But life just doesn't work that way. Without action, someday stays a distant mirage. This someday mindset is seductive because it's comfortable. It lets you dwell on the past, reminiscing about what dreams felt fresh, or plan the future in vivid detail, mapping out your empire or dream vacation. But both are escapes from the only place change happens, the present moment. Fantasizing feels productive, but it's a trap that keeps you looping in hope without progress. You're writing a script from a movie you never start filming, convinced the premiere is just around the corner. This trap creates a cycle of stagnation. You dream big, but when it's time to act, update that resume, pitch that idea, hit the gym, you freeze. The disconnect grows. Your mind holds a version of success, but your reality reflects inaction. This gap breeds frustration, even shame, as you wonder, why haven't I made it yet? The answer isn't lack of desire, it's the absence of action, rooted in a belief that time alone will transform you into the person you want to be. Psychologically, this cycle thrives on avoidance. Dwelling on the past or future lets you sidestep the discomfort of acting now. The past feels safe, it's known. The future feels exciting because it's limitless. But the present, it's messy, uncertain, and demands effort. So you stay in your head, planning or regretting while opportunities slip by. The brain leans into the avoidance because it conserves energy, preferring familiar thought loops over the risk of real-world failure. Here's your wake-up call. Time doesn't care about your dreams. It won't hand you the keys to the mansion or the freedom to travel endlessly. Every year you wait, the gap between your reality and your vision grows, and the someday promise feels more like a broken record. If you're nodding along, feeling that sting, good. That's your ambition screaming to be unleashed. The question is, what's stopping you to act now to close the gap? That's where we're headed next. If time doesn't bring you closer to your dreams, what does? Here's the first level secret to unlocking your goals. Only action changes your reality, and action lives exclusively in the present moment. Not yesterday's regrets, not tomorrow's plans, right now is the only place you can make a move. This isn't about grand gestures, it's about choosing to act today. Whether it's writing one email, taking one step, or making one decision that aligns with your big vision. Understanding this shifts everything. You're not waiting for a magical someday. You're building your future in the now. Most people miss this because they're stuck in a mental time warp. They dwell on past mistakes. If only I started earlier. Or obsess over future fantasies. Once I have more money, I'll start that business. Both are traps that keep you frozen. The present moment is the only space where you have power, where you can choose to act like the person you want to become. Want financial freedom? Then start with a single action today, like researching investments or drafting a side hustle plan and taking the first step. Buy that stock or make that video. The gap between your dreams and reality closes one present moment choice at a time. This sounds simple, but it's a game changer. Actions in the now are the bridge from where you are to where you want to be. Picture your dream life, the big house, the fancy car, the endless vacations. Those don't materialize because a decade passes. They come from consistent, intentional moves made today. The problem? We romanticize the future self, disciplined, rich, and confident, without realizing that person is born through decisions you make in this present moment. Skip the gym today and you're choosing the old you. Show up and you're sculpting the new. The someday mindset tricks you into thinking transformation happens automatically. You imagine waking up as a different person, someone who effortlessly crushes goals without the work of becoming them. But reality doesn't bend to wishes. Every successful person you admire got there by acting in the present, stacking small wins over time. They didn't wait for confidence to write the book or funds to start the business. They took action, messy and imperfect, and let momentum build up. Your power lies in choosing to act like that version of yourself right now. Here's why this matters. The present moment is very fleeting. Every second you hesitate, you're reinforcing the status quo. Another day in the same job, the same routine, the same distance from your dreams. There's no perfect moment. There's only now. Every choice to act, no matter how small, is a vote for your future self. Every choice to delay is a vote for staying stuck. Think of your life as a blank canvas, and the present moment as the only time your brush touches the paint. The past is already painted. The future is just a sketch. You can only create in the now. Each stroke, like sending that one email or learning a new skill, adds color to your masterpiece. Delay and the canvas stays blank. Act and you start shaping the life you envision. This isn't about speed. It's about starting where you stand, trusting that small actions compound into massive change. Why is acting in the present so hard? Because it's uncomfortable. The present demands you face uncertainty, risk, and effort. It's easier to dream of a future where you're already that person than to take the awkward first step today. Your brain craves comfort, wired to avoid the short-term pain of action for the illusion of safety. But that discomfort, it's a signal you're breaking free from the someday trap, stepping into the driver's seat of your own life. Mastering this first level means owning your agency. You don't need permission, more time, or perfect conditions. You need to decide to act now. That choice rewires your mindset from passive dreamer to active creator. It's not about overhauling your life overnight. It's about one deliberate move today, a phone call, a workout, a single page written. That aligns your vision. This realization is your foundation. Action in the present is the only path to your goal, and it's fully in your control. Now, you've mastered that action in the present is key. But what's driving those actions or blocking them? Enter the core of the machine, your identity. The deep-seated beliefs about who you are buried deep in your subconscious. This isn't surface level, I'm a good person. It's the mental blueprint shaping every decision, like I am a dreamer who never follows through, or I'm stuck in average. For most people, your identity isn't something you consciously choose. It's a subconscious program running in the background, dictating if you act towards your dream or stay stuck on the sideline. The subconscious is like the engine under the hood, powerful, automatic, and often invisible. It holds your core beliefs formed from years of experience, influences, and repetitions, creating a self-image that feels like truth. When you dream of financial freedom but scroll Netflix instead of building your business, it's not laziness. It's your subconscious aligning actions with that identity. This hidden layer explains why forcing habits fail. If your core belief is, I'm not disciplined, your subconscious will sabotage consistency to match the picture it holds. You can imagine your subconscious operating like a servo mechanism or a goal-seeking system that corrects the course of action to achieve the programmed destination. It's like a modern car system, automatically steering to keep you in your lane. Just in this case, the destination or end goal is your identity, which is your inner self-image. Feed it a picture of mediocrity, weekends wasted, risks avoided, and it steers you there, finding ways to revert any progress you're making. Want the big house and endless vacations? If your identity screams, I'm a 9-to-5 survivor, the servo pulls you back with distractions and doubt, ensuring you end up in the life that fits the mental snapshot. Most people's current identity aligns perfectly with their current life situation, a natural equilibrium, if you will, where actions match the self-view. You're not binge-watching because you choose laziness. It's because your subconscious picture is of someone who relaxes after a hard week, not a builder grinding for an empire. This balance feels stable, but it's stagnant. To level up, you must disrupt it. The people with fancy cars and freedom have identities of disciplined creators, risk takers who prioritize mental health, gym routines, and bold moves over comfort. When your actions clash with this identity, the subconscious rebels. It creates resistance, sudden fatigue, overthinking, or impulsive retreats to familiarity. You might start a side hustle fired up, only to abandon it for easy habits. This isn't failure. It's a servo correcting course to the old picture. Forcing actions without identity change leads to burnout, and resigned thought, it's just not for me. Silencing that inner scream to use your full potential. Look at those who live the dream. They don't waste weekends on endless streaming while their business lags. They invest time strategically. They hit the gym consistently, not just when motivated, treating mental health as a non-negotiable. They take calculated risks, work relentlessly, and attract opportunities because their identity broadcasts, I'm capable. That's not you right now, and that's okay. It's why transformation feels elusive. But recognizing this gap is the spark. Your current equilibrium keeps you comfortable, but your dreams demand a higher one. This natural balance is why change is hard. Your subconscious thrives on consistency, so any push towards ambition, like skipping Netflix for skill building, feels like a threat. The servo mechanism restores normal by amplifying distractions or self-doubt. It's why diets fail, businesses fizzle, and goals gather dust. Actions misaligned with identity create dissonance, and the subconscious resolves it by pulling you back. Breaking free means upgrading the mental picture first, so actions flow effortlessly toward your vision. Deep down, that inner voice urging you to live extraordinarily, it's your subconscious, hinting at untapped capacity, clashing with the outdated identity. You click this video because something knows you're capable of more. The mansion, the freedom, the life without limits. The servo isn't broken. It's just programmed wrong. Tune it to a higher picture of the disciplined achiever, the bold visionary, and it will steer you there, turning present moment actions into inevitable results. Here's the secret that ties it all together. If you want to turn your big dreams, financial freedom, luxury homes, endless vacations, into reality, you must change your identity first. Actions flow from identity, and results come from actions taken in the present moment. Your current self-image, wired into your subconscious, dictates what you do. If it's set to average, you'll act average, no matter how hard you try to force success. To level up, you need to become the person who already lives their dream life, starting now. This is the key to unlocking an extraordinary life. Your identity isn't just a vague idea. It's a subconscious blueprint that shapes your reality. If you see yourself as someone who tries hard but never quite makes it, your actions will reflect that. Missed opportunities, half-hearted efforts, constant delays. But if you embody the identity of a disciplined achiever, someone who takes risks, prioritizes growth, and acts decisively, your actions align effortlessly. The mansion, the car, the freedom, they are byproducts of a self-image that expects abundance and acts accordingly. This is where the be do have model shines. Instead of waiting to have the wealth to do bold things and be successful, just flip the script. Be the successful person now, and doing and having follows. Imagine acting like the person who already owns the business, hits the gym daily, or invests with confidence. Your subconscious servo mechanism recalibrates, steering you toward choices that match with this upgraded identity, making success feel inevitable rather than forced. Why does this matter right now? Because every moment you cling to your old identity, you're voting for stagnation. The longer you wait to shift, the longer you stay trapped in the someday cycle, dreaming of wealth but living the same routine. That inner scream for more, the one that brought you to this video, is your subconscious begging for alignment. You click because you know you're meant for bigger things. Changing your identity isn't just a strategy. It's a switch that flips your life from stuck to unstoppable. Think of your identity as the operating system running your life. Right now, it's an outdated version, functional for basic tasks like getting by, but crashing when you try to run Success 2.0. Upgrading means installing a new system coded for ambition, discipline, and resilience. The old system will resist, throwing errors like procrastination or doubt, but once the new one takes hold, it runs smoothly, opening apps for opportunity and growth you couldn't access before. This shift isn't cosmetic. It's a complete rewrite of your core programming. Look at those living your dream life. Their identity is aligned with abundance. They don't just act successful. They are success in their mindset. They don't waste weekends on distractions because their self-image demands progress. They take risks not because they're fearless, but because their identity sees setbacks as stepping stones. You might try mimicking their actions, hustling, exercising, planning, but without the identity shift, it's like running a marathon in flip-flops. The secret is becoming the person for whom those actions are second nature. Here's the empowering truth. You can choose your identity today. You don't need $1 million or a perfect resume to start acting like the person who achieves those things. Decide you're the disciplined entrepreneur, the confident investor, the relentless creator right now. This choice to rewire your subconscious changes everything, guiding your servo mechanism to seek opportunities that match. Every small action aligned with this new self builds proof, turning I want to be into I am. Your potential is screaming for this shift. It's why you're here. Changing your identity isn't a one-day fix. It's a deliberate process. In our other videos, we dive into how to rewire your subconscious and lock in your new self-image. For now, just start here. Reflect on who you are today versus who you need to become to live your dream life. What's one choice you can make now to act like that person? Comment your biggest dreams below and let's start this journey. And subscribe to transform your identity and unlock the life you're meant for. In today's training, we talked about the outline, the big dreams we all chase, the someday trap, why time doesn't deliver, mastering the first level, action in the present moment, the core driver, your subconscious identity and the servo mechanism, the secret to unlocking it all, change your identity first. This is our review, and now come the action items for you to follow in the next days and maybe also weeks. Remember and define your dreams. Today, take some time to reconnect with your big dreams. financial freedom, a dream home, endless travel, or whatever lights you up. Write a vivid, detailed description of this life. Where are you? What's your day like? How does it feel to live without money worries? Be very specific. This clarity rekindles the emotional spark from chapter 1, anchoring your subconscious to a clear target for your identity shift. Reflect on your current identity. Spend 10 minutes daily for 1 week, journaling about your current self-image. Write down beliefs you hold about yourself in areas like career, finances, or personal growth. Don't judge, just observe. This builds awareness of the subconscious blueprint driving your actions, helping you to spot the thermostat setting, keeping you in an equilibrium, as the script emphasizes the importance of understanding your starting point. Finally, research. Who are role models that you look up to, who live your dream life right now? How do they act? How does their weekly schedule look like? What do they do differently? Create a clear image of the gaps between your current identity and habits and the ones required to live your dream life. Write them down. If you found today's training valuable, then please like this video and subscribe for more videos and to learn how to shift your identity.